Your soul is the universe in motion, and in this podcast, we're diving deep into metaphysics, the meaning of life, knowledge of the soul, and secrets of the universe. I am Jessica Delmar, and this is the Soulverse Podcast. Hello everyone. I've been taking a little bit of a break because I felt called to go deeply inward as we start to prepare for this next doorway opening up for a lot of people at this time. This summer portal is a big portal that's going to take us into such new heights of expansion for those of you who are able to connect deeply within and listen to what your inner being, that inner voice, your connection to your soul wants you to do and where it wants you to go. There's a lot of distractions going on in the world right now, and it's calling even more attention for you to stay focused in your greater purpose, connect to your soul. This is why I was feeling so called to dive inward, to strengthen that inward tether and inward connection even more. But not only that, what had come through is all this information about the inner being connection and helping you to establish that connection within yourself, to dive deep into those many, many layers of yourself. Connect to the inner being so that you are connected to your inner truth, no matter what your outside reality is telling you. Now is the time to enter into the eye of the storm as the storm moves around you. This is the only place that you're going to find the clarity and strength needed to step into those new doorways presenting itself for people aligned to 5D. So that polarization going on in the world right now is heavy on distraction. If you give your attention to it in the way that you are attached to it emotionally and vibrationally, no matter what side you're on, because essentially polarization, duality, same energy, just two sides of the same coin. So no matter where you're putting your attention, you're going to get swept into the mix and hurricane or storm of duality. But if you find your core center, you find your inner balance, find your connection to your inner being, you will establish this powerful strength of the eye of the storm in where you stand, and your vibration will be able to radiate, ripple outward, reverberate throughout the storm to help open balance and light and inner peace, not only within yourself, but within the storm around you as well. And as more and more people find that inner balance, it's going to start to bring more balance to the storm. But at the same time, there is a greater destiny, if you will, playing out for that greater collective, which is the releasing of all the old programs and belief systems and structures that no longer serve the collective as we move into 5D. So the collective is simply playing out its own evolution, its own ascension as the collective sheds all of its shadows and is able to then step into this greater grid that lightworkers have created for the collective to step into, as lightworkers have been working on the leading edge creation, creating this greater grid that opens doors into New Earth 5D, that opens doors into inner peace. And so as that greater collective sheds its shadow and brings everything to the surface to be released, it will eventually step into the exact place that you are as an individual light worker. As you find your balance, you help to open up that within the collective. But again, we're working on the leading edge, so we're working in a vibrational, non-physical space. And you have to trust in that space that you're creating within for your current now moment reality to step into, because your current now moment reality is simply old energy of what was, old intentions, old energy, old programs playing out. And so we're creating ahead of time, ahead of schedule, if you will, in order to step into it. And so finding that inner being, inner balance is essential. It's so powerful right now. And what came through about 2-3 weeks ago was all this information about the inner being, and we created a 21-day retreat for you to dive inward into your own journey. We'll be guiding your journey for 21 days as we are in this powerful preparation stage right now, 21 days before the June solstice. The June solstice is going to be a powerful doorway for whatever is next. For yourself and for the collective, it's going to take us into new heights of our journey. And this goes both ways in terms of light and dark as polarization continues to play out. But right now, where we are is a powerful vortex portal of energy for us to harness this inner being, our connection to our deep states of balance within, in order to start creating that grid without in our outer reality. We started yesterday on Sunday, May 31st. We're going all the way till Saturday, June 20th, which is the June solstice. And since we just started, you have more than enough time to catch up. The last day to sign up for this 21-day retreat is on Wednesday, June 3rd. And then we're going to really start diving into the meat of the 21-day journey. We're going to be holding this space of inner peace and inner balance and connection to the inner being, and learn how to then start folding it into our own unique experiences and journeys as you move beyond those 21 days. Today, I wanted to talk about June energy, but more so, I want to bring through some information that's going to relate to this greater June energy. Something that's been coming through really strongly that wanted to be shared at this moment is the three minds, which is the gut, the heart, and the brain. And these three minds are really, in terms of a physical experience, trying to align in energy in order to then take your physical experience, but more so your physical form, into new heights, new layers of expansion. For as long as your heart, your gut, and your brain are separated or are not working cohesively and together, then you hold that sort of duality energy within your physical form. So the physical form is ascending into 5D. You've gone through a lot of shifts internally, physically, on a cellular level, your blood, your organs, your bone structures, your DNA structure, your heart, your mind, your brain. There's so many things shifting within your physical form that you may not be aware of. But in the past, if you will, there's been a lot of work within light workers within the heart and the brain to try to get the heart and the brain synced up or aligned or cohesive together. But now what came through is there is a powerful door opening for the gut, for us to dive deeper into the gut. And when I look into the gut, there's so much that was revealed to me, and I think it definitely goes hand in hand with everything going on in the world today, especially in terms of healthcare, because the other thing that's been coming through strongly over the past few weeks has been immunity, our children, and a lot of the things going on in healthcare. So I think we're going to dive more into immunity and children, because what else is being shown to me is as we start to heal and integrate that gut area into the three minds so that everything is working cohesively and in alignment together, then it opens a powerful doorway for children to be birthed into this experience in a whole new way. I'm going to allow for that information to come through. It hasn't come through yet. It'll probably come through. Maybe we'll do a part 2 or part 3 with this series, but I'm just going to bring through what came through in writing up until right now. So what came through is that achieving balance in your physical and energetic bodies go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. Today we are working on creating a harmonic and sacred unification of the three centers of the body: the brain, the heart, and the gut. You may refer to these as the three minds of the body, and they serve as powerful anchors for the body's ability to respond to the universal law, as within, so without, as above, so below. Once you maintain and strengthen your directional sense, which is above, below, within, without, it is then that you can identify your greater frequency of balance. So this is all also connected to you strengthening your frequency of balance and diving more inward. And like we spoke about in the beginning, you're trying to strengthen your position as the eye of the storm. And so these three minds have a lot to do with that as well, because it connects into your ability to hold that directional sense of as within, so without, as above, so below. That is so powerful in you being the eye of the storm. Your gut is connected to the energy of inner earth and is a powerful bridge in bringing forth inner earth knowledge and information to be integrated into the physical form. So this activates with the gut as below in terms of the directional sense. It literally represents the bowels and your connectivity to the underbelly of the earth. You feel the knowledge of inner earth and Gaia through the gut. So this is also another thing that we're going to start expanding upon, which is basically this inner earth connection that many people are stepping into as that next doorway to open for you. Your heart is connected to the energy of the heart of the universe and is a powerful bridge in bringing forth the feeling of universal knowledge into the physical form. And this connects to the within as within in terms of the directional sense. Your head or your brain is connected to the energy of consciousness and is a powerful bridge in bringing forth frequency and energy of non-physical into the physical form. So that connects to the as above in the directional sense. It opens your knowing sense of the universe. Your brain or your head is connected to your crown, and your crown filters in life force energy and consciousness into the body and is connected to your soul. Your soul contains imprints that filter into the physical being through the mind. So just a quick comparison between the heart, the brain, and the gut. The heart represents, again, that inner heart of the universe, and it's connected to the body. It is the center of the body. It represents the within aspect of the greater directional energy. The brain is connected to consciousness. It is also connected to the inner child. And what came through is that the inner child is the center of the soul. So your brain also opens up into the soul. It brings through soul energy. So it's connected to the center of the soul. And it represents the as above in the directional sense. The gut is connected to the bowels. It is connected to the inner earth energy and knowledge, and the center of the earth. And so it represents very much the so below aspect of directions. And then the without, in terms of as within, so without, the without is your reality, your physical reflected reality all around you. A sacred union is being made between body, earth, and soul, heart, gut, and brain. And with that union comes an instant fire within. This fire is the fire of knowledge, and this fire of knowledge is held in the gut. In the gut are the caverns of inner earth, and as you integrate the body, earth, and soul, heart, gut, and brain, you unleash the fire in the belly. The whole body is a knowledge house, and healing the body is part of finding truth within. The inner child is found when you heal the soul. Healing the soul means healing the head or the mind or the brain, because the head or the brain is the gateway for soul imprints to be known in the body. The inner heart is found when you heal the body. Blood travels through the whole body and takes the body into a heightened state of dimensional form. And inner earth is found when you heal the gut, which is a result of healing the body. Then, when you dig into the gut, you will find that the gut is dimensionally much deeper than the body. So in this aspect, what's coming through right now, if you think of the gut, it's the powerhouse of the body. It's your central powerhouse for your immunity throughout the body. But healing the body through the heart needs to come first, because it's just showing me that the blood is sort of what needs to come first, or I mean, there's no order at all, and of course they go hand in hand. So there's something within the blood. So if you're able to transmute your blood, which is happening on that when your body starts shifting into that crystalline structure, and then your blood carries the light throughout your body, then it opens space for your gut to begin healing in this new dimensional form. And when I look into the gut, there's so many dimensions, there's so many hidden doorways, if you will, that comes through in the gut. It's huge, it's powerful, it's vast. Think of your earth plane. You have your very complex surface of the earth and all the moving parts. Your blood is like water and travels all through the earth's surface. Your blood also transcends dimensions within the body, and in your gut is a multidimensional plane of reality in itself. Your gut houses your inner ecosystem and showers your body with immunity. A weak gut means a weak immune system, and a weak immune system means sickness in the body. So, finding harmony in the gut, heart, and brain means finding healing on many different layers within. Healing the physical form is easy in a state of ease and flow. The problem is that many people look at what is and see that they are not yet healed or are struggling with physical symptoms. And so easing and flowing in trust does not allow for healing when you are in a state of resistance. Inner earth is a plane of reality and is connected to your gut if you really want to dive into inner earth, meaning it is not a pleasurable place unless you make it. People who have gone to inner earth have their own experiences. It is a reflection of your gut, just as the world is a reflection of your frequency, just as your direct reality is a reflection of your heart, and your soul experience is a reflection of your mind. Inner earth is a very complex place. It is a multidimensional layer of you, held within you, your gut. Inner earth is real, but just as your outer earth is also real, your greater experience of your world depends on your frequency. So, to master experiencing and existing in alignment with your outer world is strongly encouraged before diving into the inner dimensions of your inner gut. The inner gut connects you consciously to inner earth and is very complex, like a Rubik's Cube. The state or health of your gut is what will determine your experience with your inner earth connection. The heart determines your outer world experience. The gut determines your inner world experience, and on a deeper level determines the inner earth experience, because everything is a macro and a micro of everything. And the mind determines your soul experience. Your inner earth, through your gut, is connected to inner earth of Gaia, because they are tethered by the as within, so without universal law. Also everything micro-macro. You can connect to inner earth through your gut without needing to physically be there, just as inner earth can connect with you through your gut without needing to physically be in front of you. The fire in the belly is unleashed when a balanced and harmonious sacred union between the heart, brain, and gut can be achieved. The fire in the belly is your connection inward, a journey of self-discovery that many lightworkers are on in their ascension journeys. The fire in the belly is your integration of soul purpose in the body and manifesting it in the world around you. But most importantly, the fire in the belly is the doorway into unleashing the mind, body, and soul into freedom. It is the energy, not Kundalini energy, but energy of the internal fire-breathing dragon that opens you into an open, multidimensional tesseract field of light. This is sort of interesting, what has been coming through. Kundalini energy and its connection to snake or serpent energy rising is something that, at least for me, the guides want to separate, if you will, because just energetically, the serpent is something manifested from lower dimensional or lower frequency form, if you will, versus they're really bringing in the dragon. So instead of the serpent, you want to start thinking of dragon energy within. Kundalini is simply just energy rising in the body. And so I'm not too sure how it was connected to the serpent. I've never really felt connected to that. But now it's kind of making sense when they want me to direct the energy into that dragon energy instead. This fire-breathing dragon energy rising and opening within people is something that is multidimensional. It's very like a tesseract field of energy, versus now I can kind of see why the serpent energy opened with Kundalini, because it very much opens with the root chakra and then moves upward, and the root chakra is very much connected to this third dimensional space, if you will, connected to very grounding energy. Fire breathing dragon opens with the gut area, and then it kind of like is showing me how it just opens not in that linear upward direction, but opens outward, so your entire body is affected. So your entire body receives that sort of fire, if you will. It's not an upward motion, it's an outward motion, like a sphere of energy. This means that in the physical, your gut now has the ability to send signals to the heart and the mind that opens doorways of multidimensional experiences and thoughts that hear you back, meaning that you have opened a doorway for you to find answers within, and for the answers within to find you. Inner Earth is a significant part of your journey at this time, because you are now shifting from assisting your direct reality to ascend to now assisting your inner Earth reality to ascend as well. This means that all the energetic, vibrational puzzle pieces have been set up for your greater collective and physical reality to ascend into 5D. For the moment, you have a good momentum of energy going to help the shifting of the collective. Remember, you are on the leading edge. You are working within the vibrational energetic realm, which always exists before the physical manifested form. And so when you have all the vibrational energetic pieces put in place, you then know and trust that the physical will follow in perfect unfolding and timing. And so the work that you have done so far as light workers will continue to ripple outward due to the momentum that you have already created. And now, as that vibrational momentum continues to ripple outward until manifestation can finally pop, you have the time now to shift and focus on other things that need your assistance. You are still working in the non-physical vibrational realm, the leading edge, where the manifested collective reality is not yet. So, you must have faith that everything that is currently manifesting as what is simply old energy that is playing out and being released until it perfectly rendezvous with the grid of light that you and other light workers have put in place and created. There are breadcrumb light grids, if you will, currently in place that is being integrated into the collective reality so that the collective reality can build its ability to hold the greater, more solidified light grid when it's ready. And integrating all of these breadcrumb grids, if you will, light grids, left by light workers for the collective to step into, helps that greater collective energy to slowly integrate more light into that collective energy, so that when it finally pops into that greater 5D collective light grid, it's not so much of a shock. Very much like how your body needed to, for the most part, needed to slowly integrate light instead of going from its 3D aspect into full-on 5D physical form. That just wouldn't necessarily happen. It needs to slowly integrate that higher vibrational light energy. Same thing is happening with the collective body. So when that collective body eventually does step into that greater light grid that is already created, it's already done, created by light workers, then there's going to be a massive shift in consciousness in the collective. That greater, more solidified light grid, again, it's done, it's complete, and we're just waiting for the collective body, that collective energy, to catch up to it and to integrate it, to rendezvous with it, if you will. But along the way, on that journey, that greater collective needs to shed all the things that do not align to that greater light grid. The light grid is like a skeleton grid, if you will, and will help shift the energetic bones of your collective consciousness. But when the collective eventually does integrate that skeleton light grid, new light grids must still be created for the collective to continue to shift and integrate light into the rest of the body. We start with the foundation and then we build up from there. The foundation is that initial shift of consciousness. In your own journey, you may have realized that you opened light in stages, like peeling back layers of an onion. Your energy, your consciousness, your mind, your memories, your past, your heart, your physical organs, your health, your blood, your gut, your chakras, etc., etc. Each time you integrated healing, a new grid of light was created for you to align to and integrate with, so that you continued tethering to New Earth 5D on your ascension journey, so that you continued moving forward, integrating more light, opening more light as you released things that did not serve you. So vibrational grids must constantly be tended to so that you have something to move into with directional energetic force. So now, lightworkers, you must continue on your journey to the next leading edge, open doorway that desires your attention and assistance to create new leading edge grids for the greater collective energy to move into. There are many different grids desiring assistance in creating. Today we are talking about the gut light grid, and this connects to inner earth. The first thing, if you resonate, is the energetic grid of inner earth. This is about tackling the gut and immune system of the collective. You can already see the manifestation in your collective experience of what desires to be known. This is similar to your body. Your body will tell you what needs attention in your body. If you're having a stomach issue, for example, it's going to manifest as a chronic stomach ache or something similar. Ignoring it is only going to cause it to call to you louder and more stronger. Your collective is currently showing signs that your gut and your immune system are desiring attention on that greater collective body scale. Lightworkers, if you hear the call, open a light grid in the collective for balancing the gut energy in the collective. Inner earth desires to be known, and the inner bowels of your collective desire to be cleared and cleansed and healed into a harmonious ecosystem within. But first, you must tend to your own gut, as within, so without. If you are experiencing any gut issues, you must heal the gut first. Healing the gut requires 5 things. Number 1, drink more water and enjoy the water, such as the rain. When water is integrated in your awareness and within your body, your center of balance is able to be found. And when your center of balance is found, you can easily align heart, gut, and mind. Number 2, this is very important. Integrate more fun and laughter into your experience. Your body is not in ease and flow when you are not happy. And so when you enjoy life and laughing till your belly hurts, your body easily navigates back into alignment with energetic balance. Another thing to remember is that your gut is very strongly connected to your emotions. So the more stress that you have or lower vibrational energy, it very much affects your gut. Number 3, listen to what your body or your gut wants. Essentially, it is listening to what your gut wants because your gut is the powerhouse of the body. It also gets you to learn how to communicate and listen to your gut, which brings you closer to it. When your body desires sleep, sleep. When you want a specific type of food, eat that specific type of food. But at the same time, you also have to learn, this is a learning process of communicating with your body, communicating with that gut brain, if you will, that if it desires something, is it coming from the gut, is it coming from the heart, or is it coming from the mind? For example, if you're craving a certain type of food, is that craving coming from your gut telling you that you want this food, or your brain saying that you want this food? So this is part of that learning process of communicating with your body, because your gut, your heart, and your brain communicate in different ways. Number 4, food blessings. Food is multi-layered when it comes to the body. Food is only detrimental to the body when you believe that it's detrimental to the body, but it also connects to the way the food was made and processed and created for you to consume. And so the best thing to do with food is to bless it in its entirety, from what you see on the plate to where it came from and where it has been all along the way in between. This ensures that the energetic connections held within the food are not being absorbed by you, because it's all absorbed in the gut, and that you are only absorbing the food for the greatest good of your body. And number 5, shift your mindset. This is connected to number 4, but it kind of opens up even farther. So products, for example, such as lotions, shampoos, toothpaste, and anything else that you put on your skin or in your body, all absorb into the bloodstream, which ultimately feeds back to the gut, into the gut. The gut processes everything that you absorb and then releases it back out into the bloodstream. And so what happens is it starts to feed this nasty cycle of unwanted energy being passed back and forth in the bloodstream and the gut and all the organs and so on and so forth. The toxic chemicals that you are exposed to on a daily basis is not ideal for the 5D body. Instantly rid your body of daily toxins that you absorb by showering or bathing at the end of the day before sleep. You must also release your attachment to things, such as chemicals, that you may be absorbing throughout your day or even in your water. Anxiety will only heighten your absorption of the toxins. People turn to natural products so that they don't have to consciously shift their mindset when it comes to what they're putting in or on their body. They just know that they're not overloading their body with toxins. So it requires less energy in terms of shifting your mindset. But if you're able to shift your mindset when it comes to good versus bad with the things that you're putting in and on your body, you're going to more easily shift and transmute the energy of that thing so that it's not fighting your body, but something that can easily be released. When you're able to open up and heal your gut, you can begin to hear the knowledge that opens up with it. And this is where I'm going to stop for this episode. We're going to do a part 2 of these 3 minds, especially diving more into the gut, mind, and inner earth information that wants to come through. But also there's more information to come about immunity, and we'll see what else comes through regarding the gut and inner earth and all those dimensional layers unfolding and opening at this time. So thank you so much for listening in. Again, there's still time if you want to join us on our 21-day journey inward to connect more deeply to our inner being. I'll put the link in the description. The last day to sign up is Wednesday, June 3rd. Thank you again for joining in, and I'll see you in the next episode.